Alrighty, folks, this is Mickey Robs Banks. I'm doing a little shout out video for my new coin channel, my up and coming friend, Mr. SACA PLATA. And I figured we'd take a little trip in time here. I don't know, I went back into the 50s sometime and I did a little searching, and I came across this box of. This was like a bank box or a change box that I found, and I brought it back to today. And this is what we have in the box. We have a whole tray. This is what a coin tray would look like back in the 50s or earlier. All mercury dimes. It's all silver. Every dime is silver. This is what we would find back then. Okay. Quarters. Let's take a look at these. All quarters. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being in those times and every single coin that you're going to come across is silver? 1950 right there. Can you believe it? Can you hear that sound? Oh man. Well, most of these nickels, they must have come from the wartime when they put the 35% in, because it's all silver. All silver war nickels. Look at that. Oh, the beautiful sound of silver. And then, you know, they designed these boxes different then, because there wasn't really many bills around at that time. So you didn't really see a whole lot of paper currency. It was all coinage, because you didn't need paper currency. If you had anything over $5, I mean, it was going to be a gold eagle. It was going to be an eagle coin at that point. I wish I had some of those to show you guys. They're just not here at this point. But these were the silver dollars. If you brought in these, I mean, if you had one of these back then, 1924, 1923, 1925. If you had one of these back then, I mean, that was a pretty good chunk of change at that time. So you got those, and then you had the half dollars. Stuff wasn't really needed much more beyond the half dollar or the dollar range at that time. And these walkers, this is mostly what you would have seen. Maybe a couple early Benjis. 58 Benji, you know. You saw some of that. Ooh, listen to the sound of that. And this is what the paper currency did look like. Every single one of them had this word right out across the top of it that said silver certificate. This is one of the nicer ones that I found. It's a star note. A silver certificate star note. 1957 series. Pretty crispy shape, to be honest with you. I've seen much worse, and you'll see much worse here. Another 1957. Not star note. But you got a 02662-007. So that's 1, 2, 3, almost a trinary, not quite a trinary, but if you consider the zeros, it is a trinary. So not a true trinary, but a trinary. 3431036. 31406. Same thing here. Not a true trinary, but a trinary. And another 1957 A series. And this is a 1935 A series. Look at this thing, guys. Of course, you know, it's toasted. It's not in great condition. But it's a, I mean, man, the history on these notes. From 1935, guys. Come on. This is like one of the first currency, you know, that they had. And man, I'll tell you what, if you had a $5 bill in 1953, you were somebody to be known. I promise you that right now. $5 silver certificate. This certifies that there is on deposit in the Treasury of the United States of America $5 worth of silver. In silver, payable to the bearer on demand. I sure wish I could get $5 worth of silver from 1953 right now for this note. But anyways, I digress. This is not the actual way that things work today. Today we have this fiat currency that is pretty much just paper. There's no metal backing it. There's no precious metals. There's no silver content to guarantee that your paper is worth money. However, and the pennies. We got pennies too. All these pennies, strangely, they don't have a Lincoln Memorial on them. They all have this 1 cent wheat cent back to them. Crazy. I couldn't believe that I found this, you know, this box that just had all these old coins in it. It was nuts. But anyways, I just wanted to mess around a little bit with you guys and, you know, just have a trip back to the old days and see what, you know, an old box, an old cash drawer might have looked like in the old days. You know, could you imagine being in the old days? And this is what you go to work every day and you give change and you do what you're doing. But these are all this is all normal, just like today. You know, your coins that you give back in change are all normal to you. You know, you don't realize that there's a difference between this and anything else. However, today, you know, the difference is, you know, these are not made of silver today. You know, you don't have half dollars. You don't see half dollars in a coin tray today. I mean, you see a lot of quarters, see a lot of dimes, you see a lot of nickels, but they're not these nickels. They're not these dimes. They're not these quarters. And they're definitely not these pennies, you know? So, anyways, I just wanted to shout out SACA PLATA, up and coming coin channel, and just show some of the things that I got from him. These are 2 of the 3 American Memorial Park West Point quarters that he sent to me, and they're new, you know, obviously 2019. So, and he sent them to me in airtights, which I appreciate. Great stuff there. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell or not. I'm gonna throw on the extra lighting that I have here, and we're gonna see if you guys can see the scratches and the dings on these coins. I mean, this is just, you know, it came in an uncirculated roll, but this is how it came. Scratches, dings. It's not on the plastic. These are inside the coin. But I did take one of the American Memorial Parks he sent me, and I took it out and I replaced it and put it into a flip, not a staple flip, into a PVC flip or whatever. Mylar flip. And I replaced it with this West Point that I found, this Guam design. So I figured I'd show you guys this before the video ended. Let you take a look at that and see just how, you know, nice this particular Guam design West Point is. The shine's coming off that plastic. The coin itself is really shiny, but I don't want to touch it. I don't want to get any fingerprints or any smudging or anything on it before I send it off to get graded, because this is going off to get graded. I believe it's going to be at least MS68, maybe MS68 plus, which would be the highest grade yet, I believe, to date. Now, I've done some research, so we'll see. Hopefully so. Hopefully this will be a nice little piece to hold on to for generations to come. And yes, I said generations to come. I'm not looking to flip this or make money off of it. This is a crazy find that I found. And I found it. There's a story behind this. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to pass this on down to my daughter. And hopefully she'll remember the story, because she was here when I found it. Hopefully she'll remember the story and she'll be able to pass it on down to her children. We'll see. But anyways, till the next hunt, guys, Mickey Robs Banks signing off. I hope you ever come across some stuff like this one day. Obviously, this is a collection of mine. I didn't find this in circulation. But some of these I've definitely found in circulation. I've found these in circulation. I found these in circulation. And I found these in circulation. Okay, so they're out there. And I definitely found all of these in circulation. And it's all out there, you know. You're not going to necessarily find these peace dollars in circulation. But, you know, let's go get some rolls of coins. Start with your piggy bank. Find some stuff. And, you know, make a hobby out of it, man. Have some fun with it. That's what SACA PLATA is doing. That's what Mickey Robs Banks is doing. And we're going to keep doing it because we love it. Till the next video, guys, Mickey Robs Banks signing off. Happy hunting.